Hello, this is Chris. I'm going to make today a review of my clothing that I was buying from Moonshop merch. I was buying from other shops as well already clothes which are Ravencoin community clothes and represent Ravencoin. And I was browsing through them and most of them are amazing. And this one from Moonshop merch, their collections that I found was brilliant as it looked, and I decided to buy from them. So they had to ship it internationally, which is amazing that it's possible. And I was watching it, and I didn't know if it will fit me well or not. But I can tell you that it was brilliant. I mean, it was very easy to buy them. I had COVID, so it arrived to the post a few weeks ago, and I could not go because I was in a quarantine, so I could not pick it up. And I was worried if they stay there, but for 2 weeks it was still there. So I just went a few days ago, and it was there, and it was well packed. Everything was fine with the bag, with the box, and I was impressed that I could pick it up. And then I'm very happy as well. And then I came home and I was washing them. I was checking the materials, and I was washing them. And after drying, I went out. And as today, it's a really hot day, 31 degrees. I'm not sure how much is it in Fahrenheit, but it's a hot day when the sun is shining. It's Friday. And I have a day off, and I decided to go in a coffee house to try it, and then go to the sun, take the sun for a half an hour, so I can tell you how it is during the summer. So the hat is actually, the quality looks very good. It seems to be a durable one. We will see if the logo after 1 year. I'm gonna make another review in 1 year, so stay tuned. And you will see if the logo stays even if someone is moving them. But this part is quite is not so flexible, so it can keep the logo well. The back part is flexible, and it's made of polyester, 97% polyester, and spandex 3%. So it's probably a bit flexible, and it's an S and M size, which fits me extremely well, although I have a small head, but it fits me perfectly. Now with the shirt, I was surprised that it fits exactly. It's very tight, and I was thinking, okay, let's go out on the sun and we will see what's happening, because I'm not a sweaty person, but if something is not from good quality and from good material, then I start to have a mark here and there, which is not so elegant if you if you go in a place, or if you spend your day outside. So I went in the coffee house, and the experiment and experience was great, because this coffee house is a Danish coffee house. Many classes are going there. And I'm not a person who wears like polo or Gucci shoes or whatever. It's like, oh, please. I mean, I don't want to belong to any class, because it's a joke from my opinion. So, but in case of Ravencoin, this is something else, because Ravencoin represents such high values, which is a kind of special brand in my view, because of the morality, because of the chance of becoming a sovereign individual, and because of its community, how people treat each other, how they help each other, how ethical the system is, and how big chance it gives to every class to have a great potential future. It's mind-blowing. So I hope that this mark can become a known mark, and something that people recognize, and I want them to associate me with this, not with what Gucci or whatever Polo represents. Although they are high quality and I like their colors and some of the Gucci's advertisements are amazing, especially the women in this advertisement, but you get what I'm trying to tell you here. So I went in this coffee house where people who can afford just 1 or 2 coffees a week in a place where quality coffee is sold. Actually, usually in Europe, in Hungary, I mean, this is a small country, and if a coffee house is focusing on all of the potential buyers, it's wonderful. And this is noticeable here, that a few weeks ago the wife of the Prime Minister of Hungary was taking a coffee there with their friends. Today there was a famous cook there, and I know people who are just I mean, every classes are there. People who have kids and they cannot afford very good clothing are there as well, and they feel comfortable because it's such a place. And in the case of this famous cook who was or chef who was there, I mean, because of the colors, she noticed that, wow, what's that? Because you see the logo here, you see the logo there, and I was reading. I usually go to this coffee to read and study their French or read poems. And she was like computing very hard. She was like watching, and I was like, oh, what the hell? I mean, she could not identify this what it represents and what's behind, because the text was not there. Although I felt very comfortable because the shirt is really flexible. It's a bit the material is a bit flexible and it fits, and I have I mean, I felt great, and I was having fun with the book. And I've noticed that she's like computing. I could not know, and there've been like 6 or 7 people going through this process as well. It's very funny. But it's a great thing if you go in between people whom you know, for example, or to a party where you can chat with others, and then it will come up, because this is something that they mark, and they what the pullover that I have, I'm going to review as well, has a special color which the same color is used by another merchant of Ravencoin, clothing seller. And they told me in the coffee house, those who are working there, oh, your pullover is amazing, the color is amazing, oh, wow, wonderful. And there was a text as well. We will see what's happening when I go with a different type of Ravencoin logo with the same color, because it's the same color actually, the dark, the blue pullover that I'm going to show you in another video. So was a great experience. And then I went out from the coffee house, and they have these beach chairs as well. And I was sitting on the sun. There have been beach chairs in the shadow and on the sun as well. And I was sitting on the sun, so I can see how do I feel, how is it when half hour long the sun is shining on you, and what's happening here, what's happening here under the cap. And I was memorizing this Shakespeare sonnet. I think it's brilliant. It's the 54th, I think, and it's about roses and the beauty. And it was like, I felt that it's hot, but on my skin. Here, I mean, it was really light. There was a little wind, but I expected that I'm going to sweat. Nothing happened, and nothing happened under the cap as well. I was really feeling really comfortable. So the materials are fit to high temperatures as well, and I enjoy it very much. I really like it, and I just recommend you to try it or gift it to your friends or to birthdays. I think it's a great promotional way, which we all can do. And if you do it a few times, it spreads like wildfire, especially if you talk about the ideology and what Ravencoin represents and what it can bring. Because I think that the nation states I was thinking about this because in a Twitter space I was talking with someone, and she was asking, what do you think about politics, and when can they adopt Ravencoin? And actually, or the Ravencoin blockchain system, so not the coin, but in a coin sense, but in the asset tokenization in the governmental systems, where it could actually revolutionize the spendings and the transactions in a way that we the people who gave them the right to make a government, so we can see what's going on and what's going on with our money, and who does what with the money, which would be great. But they won't be, they are sticking to the regular system, and the sovereign individual is going to take over in a way that they actually collapse. This is my new theory, that they are going to they cannot keep the cows in the kettle, because this is a new world which is forming now, and this is going to, for my opinion, be much better. And yeah, so going back to this, the original topic, it's a great product. I highly recommend you try it out. Give me your advice if you tried another merchant, because I would love to try others as well. And I'm very happy for that with these clothes, and I just can recommend you. And I'm very humble and very grateful for Moonshop merch that they made it possible to buy this, and they really thought through the possible styles, and this style is really clean, sharp, and I think this is one of the greatest representation of Ravencoin. And thumbs up. See you on the next video. Goodbye.